The countries that banned Russian oil imports instead imported oil commodities worth 42 billion euros from 5 countries: India, China, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, and Turkey after the Russia Ukraine war started on February 24, 2022. According to a new study, the countries where oil is imported from are now classified as laundromats, which are financial vehicles intended to help hide ownership of assets and embezzle funds. In fraudulent transactions involving institutions, laundromats allow the money to be split between many banks so that none of them have a complete overview of the money that is being laundered. To read a detailed report on the laundromats, click the link in the description below. The countries that impose sanctions on Russian crude oil or the price cap coalition are now importing refined oil products from these 5 laundromat countries, which were responsible for 70% of Russia's crude oil exports. The price cap coalition, Australia, Canada, the European Union, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States had set caps on the price of seaborne Russian oil products at $60 a barrel of oil transported by vessels owned or insured by some countries in the coalition. They can impose this cap because 56% of the vessels that transport oil from Russia belong to countries in the price cap coalition. However, effective from 5th February 2023, a $100 per barrel cap was introduced on premium products like diesel and a $45 cap for petroleum products like fuel oil and industrial lubricant oil. Both price control measures were aimed at decreasing Russia's ability to finance the war. Using laundromats is a way to skirt around the sanctions, still enabling Russia to receive revenues from crude oil. India emerged as the leading exporter of refined oil products at 3.7 million tons to price cap coalition countries in 2022, followed by China and the United Arab Emirates. Since the beginning of the invasion, demand for Russian crude oil has increased significantly by China, India, Turkey, UAE, and Singapore. The EU was the largest importer of oil products from the laundromat countries, despite partially banning crude oil imports from Russia last year. This was followed by Australia, the USA, UK, and Japan. The EU banned the imports of Russian oil products on February 5, 2023, and the price cap coalition countries set 2 price caps for Russian oil products, starting on the same day. In India, the Sikka port exported 2.7 billion euros worth of petroleum products to the price cap coalition countries from December 2022 to February 2023. Sikka imported 3.3 billion euros worth of seaborne Russian crude oil. This import of seaborne crude oil from Russia is refined further by the Jamnagar refinery owned by Reliance Industries. After Sikka, the port of Vardhanar exported 0.4 billion euros worth of seaborne oil to the price cap coalition countries. Vardhanar also imported 1.6 billion euros worth of seaborne Russian crude oil. The Vardhanar oil refinery is owned by Nyara Energy Limited, of which Russian oil company Rosneft holds a 49.13% share. A situation where a Russian company owns an oil refinery in a third country highlights a possible way of circumventing sanctions. At the same time, it allows for collecting revenues for Russia by increasing demand for Russian crude that is refined in laundromat countries and sold to the price cap coalition. To know more about the latest news on science, technology, and climate change, head to the Down to Earth channel link in the description below.